documentary on stand-up comedy, you know, and more specifically, a documentary on the roots of stand-up comedy. And what could this documentary be called? We caught up with professional stand-up comedian Adam Ethan Crow, who regularly performs at places like this. What does it take to have a successful career in stand-up comedy?
Persistence, and obviously to be funny. Some people are naturally funny, some people are good joke writers. I think it comes down to a mix of both. But when I first started out, I worked with a few comics. There was a guy called Ray Davis who was really, really good, but he'd have bad gigs, and rather than keep going back, he just gave up. And I think mainly it's persistence and belief. If you really believe in what you're doing, then you'll keep going. So yeah, I think persistence and belief in yourself.
According to Time Out magazine, there are, on average, 12 different comedy clubs to go to on any night of the week. Over 50% of these clubs provide contact details. That makes over 6 opportunities to perform every night. But with so many new comedians fighting for their dream careers, persistence is the key.
Basically, when you start out, get your head down and just work hard. Do the gigs and fail. Failure is good. When you fail and you fall over and nobody laughs and everybody hates you and it's all horribly wrong, you learn from that. And that what you learn from gigs like that is a lot more advantageous than when the gig goes good.
I think a lot of some people start off as a hobby. They think, well, let's see if I can do it. Some people do start off believing in the next big thing, and some people genuinely are the next big thing. I was working with Russell Kane. He had done 8 gigs. He was doing, that's all, 8 open mic spots. That's all he'd done. And I phoned up Danny Off the Curb, which is Open Mic Productions. I said, "You've got to see this guy. He's great." And Russell now is kicking ass and taking names. But 8 gigs in, you could see he had something. There was something going on. And that's the thing. It might start off as a hobby, but when you start getting that reaction, there's nothing like it. When you do a gig, like do Reading Festival or Leeds Festival, and you've got 6,000 people in the circus tent, and you're on stage holding court, and they're listening to everything you say, dude, there's nothing like it. There's no going back. So, yeah, I think that some people maybe start off as a hobby, but the moment they get the bug, they obviously try and make it a career.
They chase the rush.
You've got to. It's amazing. It's really cool.
So, Joe Wells, you won the Comedy Central Live Funniest Student of the Year competition this year. What is it like starting out as a new comedian who's just won a competition?
I've been going for 3 years and been a lot of hard work for those 3 years, so it's just sort of starting to pay off a bit of science. Sort of break even as opposed to make money, but I'm not losing money anymore, so that's good.
You can't be a new comedian without having heard of or considered entering a competition. There are countless competitions for new comics, like the Laughing Horse New Act of the Year competition, which showcases over 500 new acts every year. There's also FHM's Stand-Up Hero competition, offering a £5,000 prize for the winner and expert coaching from top comedian Ed Byrne. And So You Think You're Funny, whose past winners include Peter Kay, Dylan Moran and Lee Mack. But you can only enter this one once, so make sure you're prepared.
Well, there's loads of competitions. FHM just finished running one for new comedians. The Comedy Store do a gong night. There's loads of places you can go. You need to get yourself together about a good 5 minutes, get a copy of Time Out or some listings with comedy clubs in and phone them up, go down there and try it. Because when you start out, you're never entirely sure if you're that funny. The funniest person I know is my brother Rich. He's not a comedian. He reads Viz all the time. He can do all the impressions from Family Guy. He is hilarious. We will go out. There's a whole load of us for, I think it might have been Dara Breen's, but somebody's birthday, comedian's birthday, and all the comedians in the world were there. And we're all hanging out, drinking and talking crap. And Rich is holding court more than any comedian because he's a naturally funny guy. But he's tried getting on stage, and when he gets on stage, he falls apart and he can't do it. So it really is a case of just practicing. See, once you go on stage, the moment you get your first big laugh, you'll know whether it's for you or not.
Sure. Basically, if you want to become a stand-up comedian, be in it with the love of the game and just work hard, spend years going and doing loads of gigs every day that you can afford to do it, and just gig, and keep. And when it gets really bad and if it's horrible and you want to quit, that's when you do even more gigs and you push even harder.
Stand-up comedy is certainly an interesting and exciting career path, but it requires motivation, persistence, and most of all, the ability to make people laugh.
I do something I enjoy, I earn a living from it. Yeah, I think, wasn't it, I think it was Byron or someone who said, if you find a job you love, you never work a day in your life. I think that's kind of where I'm coming from. Quite a lucky guy.
Listen to a bar.